Hey, what's up guys? Hopefully you guys are doing absolutely great and welcome back to another episode of Tips and Tricks. And in this episode of Tips and Tricks, I'll give you the most important tips and tricks that you should ever watch, and it's going to be very beneficial for you if you are a PUBG player. So the tips and tricks is going to be, it's a trick and also tip, that is how you can save battery life while playing PUBG Mobile, because I know a lot of you guys are playing PUBG Mobile. Even I play PUBG Mobile. I play like insane 4, 5, 6 hours continuously a day, like at least 4 to 5 hours a day of PUBG Mobile gameplay. So it is very important to know how we can save our battery life while playing PUBG, because I think there is no videos like this on YouTube, because this is going to be the most beneficial video for you if you are a PUBG player, and you should watch this video properly. It is going to be very helpful. As you know that I play PUBG, so I know how to optimize my battery, how to use my device to play PUBG. I play PUBG on my iPad, I play PUBG on my iPhone 7, I play PUBG on my iPhone 10 Max, and I know how to save the battery life very well. So there are certain tips, like I have only 5 tips that I'll just show you, and after implementing these 5 tips, I'm 100% sure that you will be able to save ton of battery and your phone's health and conditions. Alright, let's begin with number 1 without wasting times. Let's see what are those tips. I have only 5 tips, and these 5 tips will help you to save your battery life while playing PUBG Mobile. So number 1 tips is make the phone brightness less, like around 25%, and increase the game brightness to around 140%, not 150, around 140. That is the optimal level that I just found. So make the phone brightness around 25% depending on your phone. I make my phone's brightness to 25% and increase my game brightness to 140%, because that is very important. Set the iPad brightness to 25%. Number 2, change the frame rate until you get into the game. That means you should stop the frame rate to the lowest possible and increase the frame rate when you are on the plane or when you jump on the street, when you are starting fighting. Like I'll recommend you to increase the frame rate when you are going to land. It is the most helpful tips that I just found after playing a long time of PUBG Mobile. The number 3 tips, that is when you are watching your friend's gameplay, like you died or you are just watching or spectating your friend, then make the frame rate around very low and graphics also low, everything low, and that will help you very much. Because if your friend died and you left the match, your friend is going to be angry over you. But without doing that, do this small change the frame rate to very low, and it will help you 100% to save your battery life, because that's what I do to play a long time. Like I played PUBG on iPhone XS Max continuously 8 hours, 8.5 hours. I don't have the screenshot. I wish I had that, but that was a great moment. Alright, let's go for number 4, that is try not to use any kind of hard cover. As you can see, I'm not using cover when I'm playing the game. I don't use covers, because if I use cover, like I have the cover, here is the cover. If I use the cover, what happened is my device gets a little bit more warm because of that cover, and the heat cannot get through the device. That cover blocks the heat, and that is the reason your device's battery is going to be decreased very fast. And that is what I experienced after playing PUBG Mobile for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from season 3. So from season 3 I'm just playing PUBG continuously, so I know how to manage my battery life, because PUBG is a very battery hungry game. You know that. Alright, the final and the last tips, that is game on a fairly cold room. If you have AC on your room, that is the best part, and if you don't have AC, try to play game on a very cold room. Do not go to your kitchen to play PUBG Mobile, because that is a very warm room, and if you do that, your device is going to be warm up, the battery is going to be decreased very soon. So try to game on a very cool room. Alright, let me repeat all those 5 tips that I just told you in this video. Number 1, that is make the phone brightness less but increase the game brightness. The number 2 is change the frame rate FPS until you go and jump from the plane. Number 3 is watch your friend's gameplay with a very low frames per second, because it's very important. Number 4 is try not to use any kind of cover, because that is going to be blocking all those heatings, and that heat cannot go through that cover. Number 5 is game on a fairly cold room. So these are the 5 tips, and if you implement these 5 tips, I'm 100% guaranteeing you that you can save ton of battery of your iPad or your iPhone or even on your Android phone. I really don't do game on my Android phone, because I don't have a very good Android phone to play PUBG Mobile, but yep, that is what I do. I don't really game on Android phones, but I do game on my iPad, I do game on my iPhone 7, also on my iPhone XS Max, and I get continuously 7 to 8 hours of battery life on iPhone XS Max, or 4 to 5 hours on iPhone 7, and 7 to 8 hours on the iPad 2018 6th generation. So that is what I do to save my battery life, and that is what you can do to save your battery life. Alright, I hope you guys really enjoyed. I think no one on YouTube told you these tips, and if you are streaming, then you cannot implement all those things, but if you are playing just for fun, then you should implement these things, because it is going to help your device to survive a very long time. Because if your device is getting warm, you are watching or playing PUBG continuously with the same frames per second, same warm room, your device is going to be die very soon. Alright, those are the 5 tips to help you to increase your battery life. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to press those red subscribe button, bell icon, anything you see on the screen, just press it, don't press the dislike button. Other than everything you can press. Alright, that was the tips for today, tips and tricks for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode of tips and tricks. If you really enjoyed, be sure to sub, be sure to comment. If you have any questions, be sure to comment. If you know some tips that will help me or other people's to save their battery life. Alright, that was all. Goodbye.